Hey y'all, wanted to go live today and talk with y'all about doing an elevator pitch. So, if that is something that you're interested in learning how to do, please stick around. I'll be on here for about 30 minutes. We're going to talk about this. Before I get into it, I do want to mention that I have started a weekly email. I've been sending it out for several weeks, and all of these emails are being archived in a blog on my website. It's Beyond Skincare. So, the goal of these emails is for me to send out what I'm doing in my business, what I'm working on, things I'm learning, things that I believe will be valuable for y'all. And I'm sending those out weekly. And if you haven't been on them and you want to go back and read previous ones, you can do that on the website. So the one that I sent out this morning was how to create a 30-second elevator pitch. And this is very important. Just if you're doing any type of events, or if you're looking, like for me, I'm going to be doing a lot of brand awareness post this month. Like that's going to be something I focus on. And so I need to talk about that in my content. It's not going to be a bunch of, buy this. It's going to be, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I offer. When it comes to marketing, a lot of people are trying to sell and it is not working because things are out of order. Um, if you are not getting any traffic to your website, you need to stop focusing so much on selling a product and you need to introduce your business to people. Okay. Hey, girl, you need to introduce your business. And so for me, we're at the beginning of a new year. I'm not spending hardly anything in marketing. I've shared with y'all what I am doing in marketing. I did a video about it on the Surrender CEO channel, and I'm paying $3 a day to run a traffic ad, not to my website, but to my Instagram. If y'all are interested in that, go check out that video. Because I'm not spending any money in marketing, I need to just create organic content. And so one of the things I'm going to be doing this month is doing voiceovers, sharing this with others. And then I will also do just videos of me getting on screen like, hey, y'all, my name's such and such, and the whole spiel. So today, what I did was I sent out this email and it's a framework. So it's going to start with opening with who you are, what you offer, the why, and then you're going to invite them to do whatever it is you want them to do, a call to action in that piece of content. So I give you this framework, okay? And then I give you an example of what that may look like with someone named Ashley who creates natural body care products, right? So again, if you are not on my email list, go to Naturally Created Wholesale, and it's on there. The blog that I just sent out, the email is now a blog on my website. So you can still go get the information and make sure you sign up so that you can start getting these weekly emails, because I'm sending these out once a week. So I gave you a framework, I gave you an example of that, and then I gave you four other frameworks. A story. A lot of people resonate with storytelling. So this isn't in the group. This is on my website. So what you're talking about is Beauty Boss Diaries. That is my Facebook group, to where I post throughout the week of just different things that I come across, different thoughts. It's basically just a digital diary. What I'm talking about right here is the weekly email that I send out, and you have to get signed up for that through my website, naturallycreatedwholesale.com. And if you're not, you can look at previous emails on the Beyond Skincare Journal, which is a blog, and it hosts all the emails that I've sent out. So, and I'll share with you some other emails that I've sent out so you can just kind of see what I'm doing here. But storytelling is a big, big thing that people sleep on. Again, a lot of people are just trying to push products instead of talking about the story, talking about the why, talking about the value. A lot of new business owners, I did this a lot. It's like, this product has this ingredient and this ingredient does this, and this is why you need this ingredient in your skincare routine. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but that's not moving to anybody anymore. Like, what's the story? So there's a framework story, there's a problem solution. So here's the problem, you have the solution, there's that framework. There's a framework if you are big on community, like maybe you're building a community around your business. This would be good. I have a friend, Joy. I'll have to send her this live. Okay, so you should have the email. You should have the recent email that I sent out, how to create an elevator pitch. So Joy, she's doing a business around motherhood. And so she does sell products and services, but she's trying to build a community for mothers. And so this may be a framework that she would use. All right. And then there's a fourth framework that's just like straight to the point, no shenanigans. This is what it is. There's not really a lot of extra with it. It's just straight cut. So that is what I sent out in the email. Now, I want to share what I did today because I'm going to be putting a reel together of probably me making a product from start to finish or me doing a process of something. You could do packing orders. Whatever you want to do is your behind the scenes. And then I'm going to do a voiceover. And so for me, what I like to do when I have something more like I need to say this exact thing. When I have stuff like that, I need to write it down and I need to think through it. But I found out about Claude AI last year and I started paying for it last month. And I really like Claude. And so I've been paying for that instead of ChatGPT. So today what I did is I went on to Claude and I said, where is it at? I gave them let me go back to it. I said, create for me a 30-second elevator pitch sharing that I'm the founder because previously I was having it help me put together the frameworks so that I could send out to y'all. So I said, now I want you to do this for me. I want you to do it for me as the founder of my company. And I told it what I do. And I pulled a lot of different things from my website. And if you guys don't have these things on your website, I would encourage you to start working on it. Because again, as a small business, people want to know who they're supporting and they want to know why they should support you. What is different about your business? What are you doing? Things that I had on my website was the About Us section. I had a small section. I had like a full page dedicated to About Us. So I copied and pasted that. I had a short section of why you should shop with my company. I copied and pasted that. I had another section um, that was more like our value statement. And so I copied that. And then I had another short little piece that kind of embodied everything. And so I sent that. And so after I did that, I said, I'd like you to see, I'd like you to create all 4 frameworks. Okay, so I wanted to see what they were going to do for each one based on what I gave them, the story, the problem solution, the community, as well as the no shenanigans. The other thing I needed to tell them is at the end of your elevator pitch, you're going to have your call to action of what you want them to do. So for me, I wanted to invite them to take my quiz to either help them find a solution to their problem or build out a simple routine. I also wanted to invite them to join my email list. All right. So you want to tell whether you're working with ChatGPT or another AI service, you want to tell them what is your goal. After you say all this, what do you want them to do? Because here's the thing, we're not sending them to go shop a product. They just found out about you. And this is where a lot of stuff is getting missed. I am currently in prayer seeking the Lord on how I can help y'all because the issue that I'm finding as a wholesaler is I have a lot of businesses shopping that don't come back to shop because they don't like the product. I have hundreds of 5-star reviews. It's because they don't know what they're doing. And it's not good because I know how much money it costs to start a business. I started my business with my own money. I know how much it costs. I know a lot of y'all are not getting grants. Nobody's funding it. You're funding it with your own money. Some of you may even be going into debt. And so it's like, man, I have learned so much and I want to work with women who are willing to work to get their business past this initial stage of you're just kind of making products, you're selling products, you're getting orders here and there, but you're not profitable, you don't know how to get profitable. And so I want to help those people. And so I'm praying and asking God to help me because things are really just being done out of order. A lot of businesses are trying to push products instead of share, this is who I am. This is the value that my company brings. And it's because you're listening to people who are very sales focused and all they care about is money and more money. And that is not what we're here for. We are here to serve, to use our gifts to serve others and to build the kingdom. So, I missed these comments. I only have an Etsy store sitting on whether to start on Shopify or not. That's going to be completely up to what your what's your goal. Um like how are you doing on Etsy? What would you be looking to accomplish on Shopify? Because right now what you're doing is you're probably just sending people to your Etsy store, and then Etsy also pushes your products out. With Shopify, Shopify is not going to push your products out, and that's going to be another bill. So I think you have to sit down and really think about like what's your next step in your business. Do you have a mentorship? No, I don't have a mentorship. I do have one-on-one calls, so you can book a 30-minute one-on-one call. It's like a strategy call, and we can just talk through something. I will make sure that you know exactly what you need to do, and you can go do that. And if you need to come book another one-on-one call, you can do that. It's $30 for 30 minutes. So, um, it's a quick call. I have found that when people get too much information, they get overwhelmed, they don't know what to do, and it really is a waste. And I hate to say that, but so many people waste time and money thinking that, oh, I'm taking this course. Oh, I got this information. But then you never do it because it's just more and more information and you just get overwhelmed. So book a one-on-one call and I will make sure that you have what you need to do the first thing. Because a lot of times it's you think you need to be selling the product, but there's a lot of broken things that need to be fixed first that unfortunately a lot of businesses are not aware of. And I say that because I was the business. Y'all, I didn't know nothing, didn't know anything. So back to this elevator pitch. So I sent all this information that I had and I said, I'd like to see you create all 4 frameworks. So you would need to copy the frameworks that I put in the email, or you can go to the blog post, put those in there, give it all your information, say, I'd like you to create all 4 frameworks. This is the invitation. This is my CTA. Tell them what you wanted to do. Maybe it's join your email list. Maybe you have a quiz that you like completed. Maybe it's just to follow your page. Maybe you have a Facebook group that you like them to join. And then the next thing, this is very important. The next thing, you're not just going to press send. You're going to say, before getting started, ask me questions to clarify anything that you're missing. This is very important because otherwise what happens is they just start doing all this stuff and it just becomes a lot of back and forth. So before getting started, ask me any questions to clarify anything you're missing. So what happens then? They ask you a bunch of questions. All right. So then you answer the questions. So for me, it asked, what do you want the tone to be? What is the struggle or gap that, like, before you created your business? Your target audience. It asked me to specify some other things. It asked me about my personality. So then I gave all that back to them. And so they asked me more questions. Okay. This is what you want. You want clarity. And one of the questions that they asked is, how is your business different than other Christian businesses selling natural skincare? And so maybe you don't know the answer to that question. So then that forces you to think about it. And so now you have another piece of clarity in your business. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. The more clear we can get about who we are, what we do, how we serve others, what it is that we have to give, the more clearly we can communicate that. Because a lot of times it's circling around somewhere, but once you are able to clarify it and get it into direct, clear communication, then you can tell others and they can pick up on it. And then they're not confused. So after I did all that, then they gave me the 4 frameworks. Okay, they gave me the story framework, the problem solution focus, the community, and then the no shenanigans. So then I told them I really like number 1 and 2. So then they created a hybrid, but I didn't really like the hybrid. So I'm just going to keep 1 and 2. Number 1, the story. That's going to be more for like longer form. And then number 2, this is going to be what I'm actually going to do for my voiceover. I'm going to create some content. And then I want to step further. Okay, I want to share this with y'all. And if y'all have any questions, please drop them. I want to use this as an opportunity to help y'all. I'm going to start going live about 30 minutes a week uh, to kind of recap the email that I send, as well as answer any questions that y'all have. I am still doing monthly office hours. However, I'm praying about that too, because sometimes we have ideas and they're really good ideas. And I believe that the idea of office hours is teaching me patience. The Lord is like teaching me something. And I'm going to continue to do it until he gives me another direction, or maybe I'll just continue to keep doing it. I don't know. But I'm praying about that because there hasn't really been much of a turnout, and that's been disappointing. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start coming on here 30 minutes a week. These will be saved on Instagram so that I can be able to repost it. But yeah, lots of prayers for what's next in terms of how I can best support you all who are willing to do the things to grow your business, to have a profitable business, as well as the community piece. I posted a piece of content on my stories just asking if anyone had felt like they had a community as a business owner. Do you have any business friends? And a lot of people said no, and that really bothered me. And so just praying about a direction for that. Okay, so I want to share with you the last thing that I asked Claude to do. But first, let me read this comment. When starting a business, how much products should you start with? I've created a natural skincare business by the grace of God, but I feel like I have too many products. Some I had to remove. I just want to have one main product. Let me know what products you have and how many total products you have. Okay, the Wednesday nights. Yeah, so what you're talking about is the monthly office hours. That is going to be the last Wednesday at, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Right now, that is the day that we're doing it, is the last Wednesday night of the month. So what are the 3 products? Yeah, and I'm sorry. I was doing it on Thursday nights at 8 p.m., or I was doing it Thursday nights at 7 p.m. and that wasn't working. So we just changed it to Wednesday at 8. And I'm going to try that for a little bit. And I really don't know what's going to happen with the office hours, to be honest. I continue to pray about it. I do feel that the Lord is put it in my heart to lead that. But I also know that in doing certain things, it's not even, sometimes it's not to continue doing something. It's, hey, I need to teach you something during this. So then you can use that in another area. And that's kind of where I think this is going, but I've just got to continue to pray and have the Lord lead me. Okay, eczema relief body butter, body oil, and a scented product. What's your scented product? Because body butter and body oil Are you promoting those to be used together, or are you just giving people two different options based on their preference? Tuesday and Wednesday nights, I can't. I understand. I know it's hard to try to make it work for everybody. Cocoa Cashmere. Okay, so that's one of the scented products. Okay. So I would keep those two products. Let me go back to your initial question. How many products should you start with? So I always tell people start with one product or start with a very, very small collection of products that work together. So it seems like you're doing that. I know you've had a lot more products that you had to discontinue, and I think that's probably the smart move. When you have more products, that's more money, that's more time to allocate to marketing each product when you're new and when the products are new. So I would just stick with those two products. They make sense. They can work together. You can have them separately, choose, but they can also buy together. Yep. I would honestly keep those two. Does the cocoa cashmere sell well? I'm assuming that the body oil and the body butter are unscented. Or are you just saying you have the body oil and the body butter and cocoa cashmere is like your signature scent? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would just keep doing what you're doing. If Coco Cashmere is making sales, I would continue selling that. But you are also targeting people who have eczema. So a lot of those people, they're probably looking for like scent-free options. So if the Coco Cashmere is not really doing it, I will probably just discontinue it. But if it is, close to your unscented sales, then go ahead and keep it. The eczema body oil are my main targets. Right. Okay. You have two lip balms, Armor for Pets, butter, two scrubs, working on a women's facial line, and baby products. You are expanding your offerings. So yeah, I would just keep what you're doing. And what I'm getting ready to go over right now is something, it was a follow-up. So I asked about the elevator pitch because I'm going to be getting some brand awareness content put together to post this month. That's going to be a focus. And so I asked it for other ideas for brand awareness. All right. And so here are different ideas that it gave me. Obviously, the behind the scenes process videos. I talk about this a lot. I actually just did a video about simple content ideas. And that's one of the main things that I do is I record content a lot. I don't necessarily post it that day, but I record content a lot and then I'll just put it out there with maybe a voiceover over it or a thought. I will put like a Bible scripture over it or maybe some encouragement. I do that a lot. Educational value content. So some of the things that it said here is 3 ingredients you don't need in your skincare. So I thought that was good because a lot of people will say like 3 ingredients for this. So you could do 3 ingredients you don't need for oily skin or 3 ingredients you don't need for eczema prone skin. Okay. I'm just going over some of the ones that stuck out to me because they gave a lot and don't feel married to everything that they sent you. Okay. Pull things that work for you that you feel like would be valuable to your audience. And then you could even tell it like, hey, I only like these ones. So it could start learning like this is the type of stuff that you like. Testimony. So another piece of content that I'm actually getting ready to record after I get off live is how God showed up in my business this week. Um, and so it doesn't even have to be faith related for you. It could just be something that you learned in your business this week or something that happened in your business this week. I know I posted a piece of content probably about 2 weeks ago. Uh, I had got like five like 4 or 5 star reviews, 4 or 5 5-star reviews in like one day. And I was so excited and so grateful. And so I just went on there and talked about it. And that content performed really well. And so maybe you get like a bomb testimony on one of your products. Go on there and read it. Hey y'all, we just got this 5-star review. I want to share it with y'all because it's really blessed me. And like you just read the review. Customer focused unboxing videos. A lot of people do this. Again, if you do unboxing videos of like your inventory or things like that, doing a voiceover would go well with that. This is who I make products for. I think this is great because this speaks to exactly who you want to serve. And so just saying like who it is that you create your products for. Product storytelling, this is good. Why I named this product whatever. Talk about why this product got that name, how this product solved my own problem. So a lot of us create products for our own at home problems. Maybe somebody in the house is struggling with eczema, or somebody's struggling with acne or dry skin, whatever it is, itchy skin. And so how did this come to be? Right? If you could only use two products, here's what I choose. That's a good one. You have this type of skin, this is going to work best. And sharing more about the why so people can know like what to shop. And then what makes this different from what's at Target? So I don't know that I'd say like a brand name, but you could certainly say what makes this different from shopping at a big box store or a big box retailer, right? So that you can share what it is about your company that stands out. So these are just some that I I liked and I wanted to share it with y'all. This is more like brand awareness type of content to show people who you are, what you're doing, and invite them into your community, whether that's to follow you, whether that's to join your email list. But it's not click the link and go shop this product, right? This is for people who don't know you. And so they are likely, unless they're very impulsive, they're not just gonna go shop. They're going to follow you. They're going to look through your stuff. They're going to join your email list and they're going to go on a little journey with you before they decide whether or not to shop. So, this is the type of content that I'm going to be putting out this month. And I'm excited because this is the content. I'm not a big like salesperson. It's crazy. I run a retail site and then I run my wholesale site, but I'm really not like a salesperson. I just really like to share information. And if you think I can help you, then I'd love to help you. If not, please go find somebody better that can help you. Because I want you to spend money where you are confident. Well, I want you to be confident in your purchase. So I'm not a big like seller. I said that I was going to share some other things on the Beyond Skincare Journal, other posts. So I just went over the how to create an elevator pitch, and I hope y'all thought that this was helpful. Like I said, I'm just going to start coming on here and kind of recapping what I sent out, giving you some more content, text. Some other things that I did is when it's time to pivot. So a lot of times as business owners, y'all, we will just go because it's like you already put in so much. You're just you just want to see the success so bad. So you just don't give up. Keep going, keep going. And sometimes that it just makes it worse. You end up wasting more time, more money instead of just being like, you know what, this is what I learned. I'm cutting my losses and I'm pivoting. Okay. So that was last week's email when it's time to pivot. Before that, I did how to gain more followers. So if you are looking to grow your social media presence, definitely check that out. Another one that I did is clarity beats hustle every time. I talked about clarity earlier in this live. The more clear you get, the better it's going to get for you. You can spend so much time posting and sending the emails, running the sales. But if you are not super clear, you are going to uh just be working and working and working, and you're going to be frustrated because you're still going to be spinning in circles because you are not clear on what you're trying to do. So get clear. Again, if you need help, book a one-on-one, a 30-minute call. It's $30, a one-on-one. I can help you storm through some things, help you gain some clarity. Um, So those are some of the recent emails that I sent out. Again, if you want to get these when they go out, subscribe to the weekly emails. Um, and maybe, your inbox is crowded and you may have missed it. I put them on here typically the day, like after the email goes out, or I put it on there the next day. So I hope this was helpful. I'm glad that you're thinking, and I'm glad that y'all were able to join and hang out for a little bit. Let me know if y'all have any other questions. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all. If y'all watch the replay and have questions, please send me a message. I would love to help you. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week on next week's live. I don't know what I'm going to call these, but if y'all have any suggestions on like the 30-minute live, let me know. Um, Maybe this could be like a little office hours too. I kind of thought about that for those who can't join the hour-long evening call. This could be an opportunity to also ask questions, and you can even come up on live if you want to do that, and it's just easier to communicate. So maybe I can look to do that, like having quick 30-minute office hour live. I don't know. So yeah, thank y'all. I love y'all. Continue to seek the Lord for your business and pray. Everything that we need, the Lord has the answer. So that's something a few years ago, I was very, very, very unclear. And I just kept praying, Lord, make it plain. Give me clarity. Like that was my prayer for a very long time. And through a lot of challenges and trial and error, I have been able to get very clear, and I'm still getting clear. It's not like a one and done thing, right? It's you continue to gain clarity and move forward in your business as you grow, you learn, you're faithful to the Lord. Um, you just continue to increase in your knowledge and your wisdom. So, anyways, I love y'all. I've said that like 4 times. I really do. I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all just excited. Excited to use your gifts to serve others and to uh glorify the Lord. So, I will see y'all next week for about 30 minutes again. All right, love y'all. Have a good week. Bye.